I'm actually very familiar with ways of treating premature ejaculation that involve breath and tantra practices and things along those lines. And I actually don't know what the latest is when it comes to medical advice on that. And I'd love to hear. I know you do it as a coach, but what approach do you take?
Yeah, so medically, I would say most commonly the medications that would be used if someone has premature ejaculation that has been kind of resistant to typical behavioral measures that we would try to implement first.
Yeah, what behavioral measures would you use? It's just a topic I haven't talked about on the podcast before, so let's go into it.
So I love the start-stop method. This is something used for both erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. The modification's a little bit different for ED, so I won't get into that. Try to stay focused and be on topic. But for premature ejaculation, what you want to do is think of your arousal on a scale of 0 to 10. And as you're having intercourse, you want to maintain your arousal between a 3 and a 7. So often what folks with premature ejaculation are doing is trying to distract themselves and to be anywhere but in their body. The problem with that is you lose the connection to the sensations you're actually having, and you can reach that point of orgasmic inevitability before you realize it. The point of paying attention to your arousal is that once you reach a 7, the movement needs to slow down. You need to take a break, pause, engage in touching, do something else. Then once you're at a 3, you can resume. Doing that over time will allow you to be more in touch with your sensations so that you can increase your awareness.
I want to say, I don't know if this has been your experience as well, but there are couples who are in committed relationships, having sex, and she might think it's premature ejaculation, and he doesn't. I don't know why, if that's because porn or who knows what the situation is, but I guess what I want to say is that if you're listening and this is relevant for you, whether you're a man or a woman having heteronormative sex or otherwise, I guess if you're two lesbians, what I'm going to say doesn't apply, but any other combination, that it's worthwhile in as open-ended, curious, and respectful manner as you can to have a conversation. Don't assume that because you think that ejaculation is happening prematurely, that's what your partner also thinks. Sometimes there's no question, but there's an area where a man lasts longer than a very little while, but not as long as his partner would like. And whether or not that meets the technical definition of premature ejaculation or not is really irrelevant. What matters is that a conversation would be very helpful, and so would what Dr. Tiff has just described. And doing that is the sort of thing that you want to have a conversation about it ahead of time. Because if you just start doing it, it can be very confusing to your partner if they don't realize you're being intentional as opposed to like negligent. So the conversation is so important. Did you want to add something to that?
Yes, absolutely. I think that our expectations and perceptions are the most important thing outside of any sort of objective assessment of what's going on. So it's really important to understand. And premature ejaculation in particular can have, it's so relationally specific. So did that develop out of this person having a partner who had pain with intercourse, and was premature ejaculation sort of an adaptive response to try to prioritize one's
prevent harm?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, but also I think the increasing access to porn online is certainly changing everyone's expectations about what sex should look like. So being clear about what it is that you want out of a sexual interaction can help someone accommodate that in a way that is consistent with their body's capabilities.